Hey, what's going on, guys? BeastMod here, bringing you some Advanced Warfare gameplay. Yes, I actually ended up buying the game. Let's be honest, I like playing with my friends, and gaming is not nearly as fun unless you're playing with someone you know or your friends. So I got you some Advanced Warfare gameplay, and if I end up liking this game, I may end up getting it on the Xbox One because I feel like it'll run a lot better, smoother, and all that good stuff. But right now, this is just some 360 gameplay, so it may play a little bit differently, maybe not drastically, but if you have it on a next-gen console, you'll probably expect a little bit of a better performance gain and, visuals and stuff like that as you would normally expect. But this is going to be my first initial impressions of the game. This is actually the day one edition, so I don't know when I'll be allowed to upload this gameplay. I'm going to wait to make sure that I don't mess with the embargo. I don't want to impede on that, simply because I don't want to get in any trouble, obviously, but I know they have embargo for, games like Call of Duty and just pretty much any video game. I think you're only supposed to upload them when the game launches and stuff like that. And it's not that I really got it early, but I pre-ordered it and got the day one, or the day zero edition rather. And, there's just some gameplay from Midnight. I was playing on Midnight. And, of course, when you're playing on Midnight in a game like this, you're versing players that are pretty good, that you generally know what they're doing. At least a lot of them do. And I've definitely noticed that. I had a lot of a struggle, especially when playing, when I first started playing this game. I'll probably end up showing you guys at some point one of my first games that I played. I barely went positive and all that. And I mean, I know I'm not talking about stats. I don't care about stats anyways. My stats are pretty bad. But I barely went positive in the match. And, I was just, this game plays a lot differently. Here's a few things that you guys need to know. And I want you to know, and this is just my honest opinions. I'm not trying to hype this game up or degrade the game by any means. I'm just trying to give you my honest opinion on what I think about it so far. So it's really different. It plays a lot different than in probably any other Call of Duty you would ever expect. So, anybody that actually played Titanfall a lot, that's probably a good idea because you're jumping around a lot in this game and sliding and doing all these crazy moves, man. And the other thing I've noticed is it's really hard to stay on track with people. So, if you see a guy camping or something, if you can, master the exosuit's abilities and just maneuver around and stuff, you probably have a pretty good chance to withstand campers a little bit better. Time will tell. We'll see when the game launches and, the public gets their hands on it in the next day or so or the next week or whatever. Especially after Christmas when, everybody else and their mother get the game, depending on how good the game is and how successful it is or not successful. So that's that. But I just want to let you guys know it's not easy to shoot people. I've had a lot of trouble. I mean, I'm used to Twitch shooters. I mean, I have a pretty decent reaction time, I'd say, and all that, and I'm having trouble locking on to people. What I mean by locking on, just trying to keep track of where they went and stuff. Just because people are flying around like crazy, and man, they're using their exosuits. And it's definitely insane. I will say that I did try kill confirm first. Probably not the best idea because trying to collect a tag in the air whenever there's people shooting at you is probably the most difficult thing to do I've ever seen in a Call of Duty game. Not a good time, but I went and switched over to TDM and I had a lot easier of a time actually obtaining kills and actually knowing where people would spawn and generally flock to on the map. Once you generally pay attention to that, you'll know where people like to go. I've noticed that a lot of people stay on rooftops, as you would expect, especially because you got the exosuit, so it's like a miniature jetpack, and, it's crazy, man. People are all over the place. It's definitely easy to get up on someone if you're chasing someone and they don't know you're behind them. You can just dash and get to them or whatever it's called. I'm still not really sure what everything's called in this game. Like I said, I've only got like 1 or 2 hours played on this game at the moment. And I'll probably do another initial impressions, in another week or so just to try and let you guys see if any of my opinions have changed and stuff. I know a lot of people like to do that, but I'm just letting you guys know because I know a lot of people were actually curious about if they should buy this game or not. I can't say that. I'm not going to tell you guys, if you should buy this game or not. You should definitely wait a little bit if you're still on the fence about buying it. You would, want to spend your money really wisely. I would highly suggest you just wait just a little bit longer just to watch some gameplay and see what other people think about it a few weeks down the road, so that way you can get a good generalization of how it's going to play out and all that good stuff. For me personally, so far, it is very rusher heavy, so it rewards you if you can move and actually understand how the exosuit works. It's not easy to understand, though. I can't stress that enough. I'm still not fully understanding of how it works. So that being said, the exosuit definitely does have a learning curve to it. Now, that will probably surprise a lot of people because people think Call of Duty, they think easy mode, easy kills, all that. Yeah, you can get kills easy, but generally, if you don't know how to use the exosuit, I've noticed that you can get really screwed over a lot. Like, if you use the exosuit improperly, you'll probably die. Simple as that. So I think a lot of people will just have to adapt to how the game plays. I think over time we're going to get used to how people are always in the air like flies. And you'll aim and you'll be able to track people a little bit easier. I think it's just a big adjustment that a lot of people have to make. Okay, so moving on to some other transitions that I know of that are, what I want to say is one of the bigger concerns about this game after how Call of Duty Ghosts played out. People were wondering, how is the time to kill? The best way I can describe this, not as fast to kill as Call of Duty Ghosts, but not as slow as Black Ops 2. There's some kind of medium in there. I will say it's a little bit faster than Black Ops 2, but it's not as fast as Ghosts. So I think there's somewhat of a happy medium there. A lot of people are actually asking for that. I still believe you die a bit fast with some weapons. There's actually one weapon that I think is a bit annoying. I don't remember the name of it at the moment, but you guys will know definitely when the game launches. You'll see a lot of people use it, I guarantee you. It's going to get used a lot. Let's be honest with ourselves though. Every game is going to have that one gun or those few weapons that people are just going to use. Why? I can't exactly explain it. I think it's just general perceptions and personalities of everybody that likes to use certain weapons. It's usually SMGs or an assault rifle of some sort. Just depends. But that's with the time to kill. I'm going to go out on the limb and just say right now that at this moment, I'm actually enjoying this game because it's just something really new and refreshing. So if you're looking for something new and not the standard Call of Duty, this is definitely a Call of Duty for you, man. I mean, it's different. I can't explain that enough. You can tell by the gameplay, it's different, man. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you've already watched the gameplay if you haven't got the midnight release copy. You know, a lot of people that don't have the game at the moment, they watch gameplay. I've noticed that. So a lot of people can just judge by themselves how different it looks. A lot of people say it's not that interesting. Other people say they hate it. Other people say they like it. You're going to have a bunch of opinions. I just want to tell you guys right now, don't judge the game for the first few weeks. It doesn't really fill in how it's going to act later on until a month or two. You guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.